In 2026, managing personal finance has never been more challenging. While many are focused on growing their wealth, sophisticated money traps are designed to keep you stuck in cycles of consumption and financial instability. These traps often disguise themselves through deceptive marketing, psychological manipulation, and decisions driven by convenience, all of which seem harmless at first but can lead to long-term financial setbacks. In this video, we'll reveal the top 8 money traps that are keeping you broke in 2026. Join us as we explore how to identify and avoid these traps so you can achieve true financial freedom. 1. The gamified trading trap. In 2026, many investing apps have taken a page out of the gaming industry's playbook by introducing gamified elements to encourage constant engagement. These apps use haptic feedback, social leaderboards, and streaks to keep you coming back for more, making it feel like frequent trading is productive financial activity. But the reality is that this constant churn of your portfolio often leads to higher tax liabilities and underperformance compared to the simplicity of investing in index funds or other passive investments. The true cost of this gamified approach isn't always visible right away. While you may feel like you're actively managing your wealth, the frequent buying and selling of assets incurs transaction costs and exposes you to market volatility. These costs are compounded by the taxes you'll pay on short-term capital gains, which are taxed at a higher rate than long-term investments. For most people, a long-term buy-and-hold strategy in low-fee index funds or ETFs will outperform frequent trading. By resisting the temptation to constantly check your portfolio and react to market movements, you can avoid the financial self-sabotage that gamified platforms encourage. 2. Hyper-personalized dynamic pricing. As technology continues to advance, retailers in 2026 have begun using AI to implement dynamic pricing based on individual behaviors. This means that your browsing history, device type, and even your perceived urgency can influence how much you pay for goods and services. If you're not careful and don't use incognito mode or price comparison tools, you could be charged a convenience premium simply because the algorithm knows you can afford it. This dynamic pricing can make it seem like you're getting a deal, when in fact you're being manipulated into paying more than necessary. Retailers may also raise prices based on the time of day or how quickly you are likely to make a purchase. The best way to avoid this trap is to use incognito mode or price comparison websites to compare prices across multiple platforms. Additionally, signing up for discount programs or price alerts can help you secure the best deal without paying a premium due to personalized pricing algorithms. 3. The convenience-as-a-service leak. The rise of convenience services in 2026 is another major money trap. Services like 15-minute grocery delivery or AI-curated surprise boxes sound great because they save time and effort. However, these services often come with exorbitant markups that make them far more expensive than their traditional counterparts. For example, while ordering groceries online for immediate delivery might seem like a smart choice to save time, the markups on these services are often significantly higher than if you simply went to the store and bought the same items yourself. The key to avoiding this trap is recognizing that time is valuable, but money is also valuable. While these services provide convenience, they often do so at a high cost. Instead of constantly relying on them, consider opting for bulk purchases, meal prepping, or planning ahead to save both time and money in the long run. 4. Finfluencer speculation cycles. In 2026, social media and influencers have significantly changed the way people invest. The rise of finfluencers has led to speculative bubbles and pump-and-dump schemes around niche digital assets and private equity clubs. These influencers, who are often paid to promote certain assets or platforms, may push you into high-risk investments with promises of quick returns. The trap here is that many of these hot tips are designed to make you the exit liquidity for wealthier, earlier investors. The influencers' followers, many of whom are inexperienced investors, pour money into a speculative asset, only for the value to collapse when the influencer or original investors cash out. You are left holding the bag, having lost money on an asset that was never meant to succeed long-term. To avoid this trap, it's essential to research any investment thoroughly, focusing on fundamentals rather than hype. Be wary of investments that promise quick returns, and remember that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Stick to trusted investment strategies and avoid speculative, influencer-driven assets. 5. The free-to-play productivity trap. Many 2026 apps designed for personal growth, financial tracking, or productivity come with a free tier that is intentionally crippled or filled with ads, including ads for high-interest loans. By the time you decide to upgrade to the Pro version to escape the annoying ads or access the full range of features, you may find that you've spent more money on the app than it actually saves you in the long run. Instead of improving your productivity, these apps are built to make you feel like you're achieving more while draining your budget. The best way to avoid this trap is to carefully evaluate the true value of these apps before committing to an upgrade. If the free version offers real value, then consider sticking with it. But if it's just a way to entice you into spending more money, look for alternatives or explore apps that offer better value without the in-app purchases. 6. Just-in-time credit microlending. The rise of microloans or just-in-time credit in 2026 has made it easier than ever to buy small, everyday items like coffee, gas, or groceries on credit. This type of credit is typically offered at the point of sale, often with a small flat fee attached. While the amounts may seem minimal, when calculated as an annual percentage rate, APR, the fees can exceed 300 to 400%, making these microloans a form of predatory lending that traps people in cycles of debt. What makes this particularly dangerous is that it normalizes living on credit for consumables, encouraging people to buy things they cannot afford right now and pay for them later, often with astronomical interest rates. Over time, this leads to a compounding debt problem that's difficult to escape. To avoid falling into this trap, it's crucial to live within your means and avoid using credit for everyday purchases. Instead, create a budget that allows you to plan for these expenses and save up for larger purchases rather than relying on credit. Using credit sparingly and paying off balances quickly is key to avoiding the high costs of microlending. 7. Tax refund consumerism loop. One of the most common traps that keep people financially stuck is the tax refund consumerism loop. In 2026, many people still treat their tax refund as found money or a bonus to spend on electronics, vacations, or luxury goods. However, a tax refund is simply an interest-free loan that you've given to the government over the course of the year. Instead of spending your tax refund impulsively, consider adjusting your withholdings so that you can keep that money in a high-yield savings account throughout the year. By doing this, you'll earn interest on your money instead of waiting to receive a lump sum from the government. Additionally, you can use the money to invest or pay off debt, making it a much more valuable financial resource. 8. Premium identity subscriptions. In 2026, many companies are tying status to subscriptions. From paid verification badges on social media platforms to exclusive lounge access at airports, the wealthy have increasingly sought ways to display their social status through these memberships. However, for most middle-class consumers, these status symbols are a waste of money. These premium subscriptions often don't provide any return on investment (ROI) and can become a drain on your finances. The wealthy focus on purchasing income-producing assets, while the middle class often spends money on memberships that signal wealth but don't generate any tangible returns. By prioritizing assets that appreciate or generate cash flow, you can avoid this trap and focus on real wealth building rather than buying into consumerism driven by status symbols. These are the top 8 money traps designed to keep you broke in 2026. From gamified trading apps to microlending and premium subscriptions, these traps are specifically engineered to keep you spending and prevent you from building wealth. By recognizing these red flags and adjusting your financial habits, you can start making smarter decisions that will lead to long-term financial freedom. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more financial insights. Let me know in the comments which money trap you've fallen for and how you plan to avoid it moving forward. I'll see you in the next video.